Manifestation, I do believe. Manifestating my future me. Mad at my past, but I'm not mad at me, cause I believe that I can do anything. I'm off the... Welcome to Killloane's Quote of the Day, a podcast where I, Killloane, alongside my special guest Saman Yavari, spread some positive energy by providing you, the listener, with an inspirational quote, a knowledgeable quote, or a quote about positivity to help manifest you having a great day. So today's quote is from Albert Einstein. It is, learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow, but the important thing is to not stop questioning. Yeah, Albert Einstein. Right, it's a bit of a long one, eh?
Bit of an Einstein quote. If you
a bit of an Einstein quote. Yeah, boy, a lot of brainiac knowledge went into that. I'm gonna say it again just so we're prepared and you guys are ready for the great quote as well. So Albert Einstein, learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow, but the important thing is to not stop questioning.
Yeah. All right.
Such a good quote.
It is. So I guess there's three elements of this quote, right? Learn from yesterday.
Yep.
Live for today.
Yep.
And hope for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, technically, it's 4 parts.
Oh, because of non-stop questioning.
Yeah, non-stop questioning. But I guess so learn from yesterday, right? Every day is a lesson, right?
It is in some way, shape, or form.
Yes, yeah. And I think from each day you can learn, right? And like from history, especially, like whether you made a mistake or whether you had a great day, you learn something.
Yeah.
You know. But regardless of whether you learn something, and I think living in the present, it's just mean live life, you know?
Yeah, live for today.
Live for today, yeah.
Live
present
for today.
Is today, you know what I mean?
Well, they say the present is a gift for a reason.
Yes, yeah,
you know? So
is that Master Oogway?
Oh, I feel like it is.
Yeah.
That sounds like something he would say.
Master Oogway.
Yeah, different quote, but the next episode. But.
Yeah, but living for today, definitely, live
hope
life.
for tomorrow.
Hope for tomorrow, yeah. Tomorrow's never guaranteed, right?
No.
And even if it is guaranteed, you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
Well, that's why it's hope for tomorrow.
Yeah, it might not be a good day. It might be a great day. You can just hope, right?
Well, I thought of it two different ways, like hope for tomorrow.
Oh, yes.
Hope for tomorrow. Like hope tomorrow happens. Like hope for tomorrow.
Yeah. So there's also the element of hope, which is for tomorrow, but also just hope that tomorrow happens, right?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Right, okay. No, that's cool.
And then the last one was...
never stop questioning,
Never stop questioning.
And that's the most important part. And I think for him it makes sense, because I think he questioned everything, right?
I think that's literally what his job was. Isn't that
yeah.
Isn't it? Everyone's scientific.
Yeah,
if you're a scientist or someone in that type of community, it's that works. But how?
How?
Everything is just questioning. So what a great person to say a great quote.
Yeah, and I think that's how he came up with all the inventions / formulas, right?
Yeah.
Oh, E equals MC squared.
Oh, bro, he's done heaps of stuff.
Yeah.
Formulas, inventions, and heaps of random what do you call it when you're not a formula, but you're trying to find some, because the formula is how you find something out.
Yeah.
But then obviously the answer from finding something out, the equation or whatever. Not
the theory or the...
Yeah, the theory of how gravity or how just the different whole crazy. To have a mind I'm not crazy, but yeah.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
A lot of people probably called him crazy though.
And I bet he was called crazy a lot in his time. You know? But now look at him, right? I think because he questioned everything, that's how he came up with all these formulas and theories, and that's why he's a genius.
Yeah, inventions and just knowledgeable truths that now we know for fact, how E equals MC squared. Was he the one who did gravity? No, that was
Newton.
That was Newton, yeah. So Isaac Newton, because the apple fell on his head.
Yes, yeah.
But you know what I mean? Still scientific person, but different scientific person.
Yeah, for sure.
No, but you know what I mean? Obviously not Albert Einstein, that's Isaac Newton, but the same thing, his reality or his equation or his thing turned into something that we use
now
daily.
Exactly.
And there's so many things that Albert Einstein that you don't even realize that we use daily, that we use, Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, he's invented I came up with a lot of formulas and theories for things which are relevant today, like you said.
Well, even the universe, the way that his mind was thinking, and actually, I love actually how the end of the quote is to never stop questioning.
Yeah,
because it just gives you a whole idea or thought about anything is possible.
Yes, that's a good way of putting it. Because every invention came from questions, right?
Yeah, or someone had an idea and then they're
what if I did this, or let's put that together, or like this and this. It's like, I know it's a different type of invention, right?
Yeah.
But you know Ratatouille?
Yeah, okay.
You know,
yeah.
and they get, hear me out, right? They get,
I wasn't expecting that,
right,
sorry.
no,
Yeah.
straight up, right? This is an invention, right? He gets the cheese, and he gets the strawberry, and he puts it together.
Yeah.
That's an invention.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's created a whole different flavor and taste and everything. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
and that, like, I mean, I look at like strawberries and chocolate.
Yeah, that's
Like, okay,
true.
Albert Einstein didn't invent strawberries and chocolate, but
Sure,
like, you know
but
what I'm trying to say.
But someone
like,
probably thought to themselves, "Hey, I wonder how that would taste," right?
Yeah.
They just questioned it.
just like Albert
know?
Einstein, I wonder what that would be if we did this, or you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
like even trying to get into his mind. Obviously, we're not scientists,
Yeah,
so we
yeah.
can't exactly be like, oh, I wonder if we'd add this element to this element and make that. Like, I can't even remember the whole periodic table.
Yeah. And do you feel like you question things a lot yourself, personally?
Oh, every day you're constantly like questioning not only what you're doing, but just like life itself. You know, like, am I making the right choices?
Yes,
like,
yeah.
And it could be really big choices, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Or it could be really small choices, like chocolate or vanilla. You know,
Yeah.
like, bro, when you're at the Macca's in line though,
Yeah.
it's a big choice, you know? Like,
Yeah, fair enough.
once you make it, there's no going backsies.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, like, there's no, like, I changed my mind and, like, you know,
Yeah.
like,
I guess,
yeah.
well, are you questioning what you want, I guess?
yeah. Well,
Right,
yeah,
that
you
makes
know?
sense. Yeah,
and,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
because of experience, and you know that obviously vanilla is OG, you
Yeah.
know, but, like, you know what I mean?
No, for sure,
But then, like,
yeah.
they've got the chocolate out, so then you're, like, questioning, should I try chocolate? It's only for a limited time. Like, what
Yeah,
if this is
yeah.
my only time to have the chocolate? Surely they're going to bring it back later, but what if they don't?
Yeah,
I mean, it's
yeah.
like the Szechuan sauce.
Yeah, fair.
Like, yeah, Macca's, man. Like, the amount of times we talk about Macca's from us working there,
Yeah,
like, we
yeah.
should get some sort of sponsorship. But,
Yeah, we put in some work there,
But,
so...
yeah, so apart from, like, Macca's and, like, ice cream, but, yeah, constantly questioning a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know, and you'd be surprised at, like, how much thought actually goes into a person's day. When you
Yes,
don't
yeah,
actually
yeah.
realize it.
Yeah, it's like a subconscious thing, right? Yeah, you're not really
Even
thinking
your
about it.
shoes. How'd
Yeah.
you pick your shoes today?
Yeah, well, I was like, do I wear this? Do I wear that? You know,
Well, I
what
mean,
would look better?
do I wear socks? Do I, like, barefoot? Like, you know.
Yeah. They're all like, yeah, thoughts that you come up with, yeah, for sure.
But you didn't even jump to that before you thought about the shoes.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
True.
And that's thoughts that were had
Yeah.
that you were questioning. Like, because what if it was a sunny day, you're going to the beach? What if you wore jandals?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you know, 'cause you're going to get socks in your sand. Oh, sand in your socks.
Yes, yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
socks.
Socks in your sand.
Dyslexic moment.
That's all good.
Yeah, but yeah, so always questioning. But yeah, sorry, I couldn't think of any like really hectic moments. I only thought of really like funny little
Yeah,
moments.
little
that you
small
could,
ones.
yeah.
But like, surely you've got something like a deep thing like that you thought about,
Oh,
or question,
a
right?
deep one that I've really.
Which led to a big impact, I guess.
Or buying my car.
Okay, yeah. And what was the
buying
initial
my
questions?
Like, what car do I get? You know,
Yeah.
just like what. And I mean, at first, like Toyota.
I guess you probably started with,
like,
do I need a car as well, right?
Well, yeah,
Like,
I know I needed a car
Right,
because
yeah,
like
yeah.
everything, just like travel, even to the studios and
Yeah,
stuff like that. You know,
makes sense.
like music, getting to meet multiple artists around New Zealand. You need a car.
Yeah.
But yeah, the questions of literally like, what engine, what model, like
Right,
how
yes.
much is my budget? Like so much going
Yeah.
on in the thought process and whatnot. Even the payment plans. Is the payment plans affordable enough that my cost of living is affordable enough? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, all the questions.
Right.
And everything went into it. Now I've got an amazing vehicle where it's just hit over 60,000 Ks.
Yeah, nice.
So, like,
That's very good, actually.
Bro, it's so awesome. It was the first first car that I've ever got where, like, I was the first ever driver in New Zealand.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, it's quite a big achievement for me as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, and insurance as well. Have you like gone through the different insurance people? Like $2 or $3 difference between each person's a lot.
Yeah, that's fair. I
Adds
haven't really looked into it, eh? So I probably
Adds
should.
up, like
Yeah.
AMI. Hit us up, AMI. You need to like. Nah, seriously, I did like 6 different insurance, like every single one, like because you do like the online quotes.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So much just
Right.
decisions and whatnot.
And
just
all
the
this
net-
questioning, I guess, led to
all
you
the
having a good
questioning.
car and
Amazing,
saving
yeah.
money.
Saving
So,
money.
Yeah.
It's a 1 litre engine. Like, so when I think I was telling you how good the gas is, I put like $80 in, it's like 500, 600 Ks.
Yeah, that's really good.
And like,
yeah.
that's amazing,
That's insane.
especially like, I don't know if any of you guys are living in Auckland and you know what it feels like to have the gas prices, you know, but
it ain't great.
yeah.
It ain't great up here.
Yeah, like we're like what, almost $3 a litre, like $2.60.
$2.60, yeah.
Yeah, like it's pretty hectic.
A lot of traffic too.
Yeah, sitting in traffic, you got to have a good playlist. So
yeah.
that was probably my big one.
Yeah.
That was my, and like I'm so grateful that I made that decision, and like but there was a lot of umming and ahhing, and like I didn't just go and buy the car. It was like a whole day's process. They had to call their people. I had to call the insurance company. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But after like a good, I think it was like 36 hours. At the end of the 36 hours, I had the decision. I had the car. I had the finance all sorted, and I was like, best decision of my life.
Yeah, makes sense.
But yeah, lots of questioning.
Yeah,
lots of questioning.
Yeah.
What about you? Have you had any like big or small ones, or like?
Yeah, definitely. I think it'll be my content creation. You know, my first initial I make content about like side hustles, budgeting, finance, saving.
I was just about to jump in there and be like, bro, your content's so good. Like I was watching.
I wouldn't say it's that good. But I think when I first started out, it was like an unsaturated market, not many people doing it. And I thought to myself, okay, like I thought about money and I'm like, okay, I don't have a lot of it. Where can I learn about money? Started to look into it. I'm like, damn, there's not really many places where I can find out about money. Like it's hard to find, you know? So I was like, okay. And then I ended up doing a deep search, reading books and then learning a little bit more. Then I thought, why not just make a platform where teaching people about, you know, finance and side hustles.
Yeah, how to make money.
Yeah.
Because that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, that doesn't exist. So I was questioning myself on that. And then eventually I made that, you know, happen, right?
Yeah.
And then I started questioning, is this content good enough? And then, you know, over time, content improved. Still not great, but it's definitely better than when it started. And progress is, you know,
the
main thing. Yeah.
It's I think it's one of those things as well, always like self-conscious and always constantly thinking about our own things that we build.
Yes.
You know, it's like when I show like music to people and I'm so like, oh, I need to do this and this and this. And other people are like, it's amazing.
Right, yeah, you know, yeah. Well, your music, you probably question that a lot as well.
Oh, so much. But perspective, you know what I mean? But you've got to give yourself credit. I mean, your content's really good. The stuff that you talk about actually, like, you know, when people make, like even with the podcast, we're trying to make good content to give people, like, some information and whatnot, you know? You make good content with information that people need. You don't make some, like, bad content that like negative influence to society or anything like that. You made something that was like helpful in a way.
That's actually
was that a big process?
Definitely. It's actually interesting because I met with a friend yesterday and he was saying, why not switch up your content to be more like, I guess like more on the entertainment side, right?
Yeah.
Where I do silly things or I do pranks or in public, you know, because he said you'll get so much more views. And I was like, I think he's right. I will get more views.
You will get more, 100%.
But I won't feel fulfilled. You know?
And
like,
what is the views to then what you're watching?
Yeah, like that's not what I want to do. You know what I mean?
And is that what you want people watching?
No.
You know?
I don't want like my image of me being like I'm a person who just
does this?
Exactly.
I tried explaining to someone about this with the whole TikTok and dancing. Right? No, I'm telling you,
but you're right.
Straight up, they got on TikTok, they started doing everything with TikTok and dancing, and they're like, yeah, sweet as, I'm gonna switch now and I'm gonna do it all about music. And I was like, you can't, because all the people that you've triggered and like all your viewers, your followers, everyone is watching you for dancing.
Right.
You're gonna switch it up to music, no one's gonna be interested.
Yeah.
It would be the same, bro. All the people that you've gained through like hard, like, you know, wanting to learn side hustles and actually wanting to learn insider knowledge and wanting to better themselves in markets and whatnot. But you've actually got a lot of different videos that actually like not only New Zealand but help like so many things like for side hustles, stock markets, and just heaps of knowledge, you know. And then all those people would go away because now you're like giving them funny stuff to watch. And if they wanted to watch funny stuff,
they can follow someone else
who watches funny stuff.
Yeah. And not just that, and I just wouldn't be proud putting out that sort of content.
And like, that's the biggest thing.
And I think it's similar to you as well. Like, you know, I think pop music is probably the easiest to go viral, get funding for, you know, all that.
100%. Because everyone likes to sing to it, everyone likes to like, you know, And exactly. And it's not what I want to make a difference. Like, I want my music to actually, I want someone to be able to listen to my music and go, damn, wow, like
feel inspired by it, right?
Yeah, feel inspired, or just it just hits them on that level. They might be feeling the same way and not how to express themselves. And then I've just done this song where I express myself and it hits them the same
and
way.
sharing your story.
Sharing my story that could be relatable to theirs as well. Because there's so many millions and billions of people in the world that you'd be surprised at like how many people are actually going through a hard time, just like me with my music. But at the same time, you're right. There's so many people out there who like pop people who would like to listen to it and like, but it's not the market that I'm going for. Or like,
exactly.
It's not what I would want to do. That would make me feel fulfilled.
100%. So I think we've like covered quite a bit of why it's important to keep pushing,
and actually when you think about it, like we've broken down the whole quote as well, because we're talking about the past. Right, and why we're doing these things is because obviously the things we've experienced in the past, like your side hustles, you did that because obviously you wanted to make some side hustles, right? And you were thinking yourself, well, how do I make extra money apart from work?
And how can people learn about this?
And there's got to be other people who are in the same situation like me, you know?
With similar questions, right?
With similar questions that I've now got the knowledge to that I could put out there. You know?
That's a good point. That's a good way of looking at it.
So that's the past. Now you've gone to like the present, you know? And then obviously we've talked already heaps about the present, but then the future as well. You know, like where we're leading, obviously me for my music, but then you for wanting to have content that people will relate to and actually learn from with your future side hustles and not turning into something that's not what you originally created.
100%,
Yeah, and then what's the other one? Always questioning.
So no matter what, always
the whole process through everything. Like
and also I think we haven't touched too much on the future part, right? So the future part, hope for tomorrow. What are you questioning for tomorrow, let's say?
Oh, hope for tomorrow. Yeah, actually, that's a good one.
There's always questioning, right? But it's questioning in terms of like the hope for tomorrow. What would you say?
Well, because what you're doing now, like say for instance, I'll just real quick break it down, like the podcast. What we're doing now, you guys are watching the podcast now. We're recording it. So that's my hope for tomorrow.
Oh, like it'll come out in the future?
Yeah. So like what I'm doing now, I hope that will be something good tomorrow.
And you've always questioned like, you know, is this a good time to release it, or you know, all those questions.
All those questions. Right? Yeah, lucky we sat down and we like did the whole plan for that, you know. But yeah, my biggest thing is that what I'm doing for today, I hope that it will make a change for tomorrow.
No, I like that.
That honestly,
nice.
because that way, and if I can just keep doing that, it's just gonna keep getting better and better and better and better and better and better and better.
100%.
Like, sorry, there's a lot of betters there. Like,
no, but you're right. And I think so it's very important to always question, no matter whether it's in the past, present, or future. How would you say people would open up their mind to question more, if that makes sense? Because I think it's not everyone questions everything, right? I think me and you, we just tend to question.
We question a lot.
We're just curious people.
We're very
curious people.
We definitely have 9 lives. Curiosity right there.
But how would someone open up their mind?
And that's a good one. You have to be willing to kind of like accept things, you know, like change. Like you have to be willing in a way, you know. So like to have an open mind, you kind of have to be willing to have different ideas. You have to be willing to accept different people's views. You have to be willing to accept that your plan might not be your plan. It might go in a different way. I think that's how you have a real open mind and actually start questioning, is you kind of need to be willing, because you can kind of have like the thought of like, I want to be open-minded, but if you're not willing, like you're not actually like willing to take that upon yourself to listen to someone else's, what they're saying, to have a different idea. Like my idea didn't go the right way, I've got to have a different idea, you know. I think that's real like open-mindedness right there. And I feel like that itself comes from questioning. Because if you're not willing to hear what someone else has to say, then you don't have an open mind. Because your mind is so focused on what you want to do and focus on, that, well, it's not really open-minded, is it? Because it's kind of like closed. You're closed to your thoughts, and you know. But if you're willing to hear someone else out and what they're trying to say, you know, because a lot of it will be different, like experiences or even like different ideas. Oh, what if we do it this way? Or what if we do it like even with the podcast, you know, even when we started, I was 100% willing to hear everything that you had to join and add to the podcast, and I'm so glad I did, because bro, your title sequences, that like so many things you've added to the podcast that my closed mind when I was doing it couldn't see because I was so like this way, this way, this way. And then obviously I had to be willing it to be open-minded, to kind of like take all of that questioning in.
Yeah.
You know, even we were just talking about the quotes before. We had a little bit of problem where like, Google, you need to sort out your like quote stuff, okay? We found some quotes, but then they're said by different people. So like, but yeah, and we had to be willing. I had to be willing to be open-minded, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of like you have to be willing to be open-minded. So
yeah, that's really good.
Being open-minded itself is really good, but then like if you're not willing to take on people's ideas, then you're not really open-minded. You're still your closed-minded self. Like,
no, 100%.
You know?
No, that's really good. And I think also like, you know, when you're willing to, I guess from other people's perspective as well, right?
Yeah.
It makes you a nicer person. Like, let's say, you know, if someone treats you badly, right? Instead of just firing back at them, like, you know,
why are they treating you badly?
Yeah. Why? Maybe they've had a bad day. You're questioning, maybe they've had a bad day. Maybe something happened to them.
Yeah.
Maybe I said something. By questioning, you know, you have a deeper understanding of that person.
Yes.
And you resolve conflicts as well.
Well, that, and you're always questioning, and I think that's the best one. You're always questioning, is because now you're actually like thinking, and you're really like, who's always thinking? Albert Einstein. Perfect. Like, yeah, that's a really good one, man. I think we're gonna pretty much wrap. If you've got anything else to say, I think we could pretty much wrap up the quote.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Like that was, honestly, you did it so well.
No,
like, honestly,
it came from your thoughts. Yeah.
I was not expecting
That's why it's really good, because you say some ideas and I'm like, oh, I haven't really thought about that.
Yeah,
and
well,
it kind of builds up on top of each other.
I was actually blown away with the whole open mind thing, because I was like, yeah, you actually really have to be willing to have an open mind. You're like, you know. All right, so today's quote, right, was from Albert Einstein. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow, but the important thing is to not stop questioning. So it's been Killloane and Saman Yavari. We hope that you guys have enjoyed the quote today. We hope that we've started your day with some motivational and manifestational quotes, and we hope that you have a great day.
Remember, you can do anything you put your mind to.